Today, we're meeting Matthias, a teacher from Bern who discovered the world of pump foiling and quickly became skilled at it. Along the way, he started creating content about the sport and launched an amazing podcast where he interviews people from the pump foiling community. So let's dive in.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Sure.
Yeah. So where we at?
We're at Lorraine in the city of Bern. It's like 10 minutes to walk from the train station, so it's really cool. It's not really a place to pump here, but that's what we got, so that's what we're gonna do. They have a sauna here in the winter. So in winter, people at night, they when they're hot, they go into the area to cool off. So that's really cool.
So today we're gonna talk a little bit about you being a pump foiler and doing some content creation about it.
Yeah.
I'll talk about your podcast.
I'm looking forward.
And I'm gonna be in your podcast today, right?
I'm really looking forward to
Okay.
getting to know you, the man behind the great four tails. Really
Super.
cool.
So let's talk about how did you start with pump foiling?
A friend of mine said, let's do it. And I was like, no man, I'm too old. I cannot do it. It looks difficult. And then we went once a couple kilometers over and I tried it and I felt that first glide and it got me hooked. I continued for 2-3 months until I thought like, all right, now I know how to do it. Like reaching the minute was a major goal, and that was one of the first highlights of so many. Let's say that's my home spot. It's not when I started. There's an even better dock, maybe 20 kilometers by bike, but that's the closest one I can get. Plus the river really doesn't flow here, so it's really nice to start. So let's see if I can start.
Stay loud, I'll bite the bullet and fake out, so no one knows when I came down. There's nothing left for me.
It's always fun if you compare yourself to the others. Sometimes like, all right, I know how to pump foil, and then you see Rob, you see Matthias, Michi, whatever, like, all right, I have a long way to go.
How is the community here in Bern, the pump foiling community?
It's bigger than I thought. When I started at Amat, where it's the perfect dock because the river flows a little bit more and it's easier to start. There was no one, and I thought, well, it's just a Zurich thing, the pump foiling. And then eventually I got to learn more and more people, and it's actually quite big. Pump foiling is amazing if you have a family because you don't need wind, you don't need uncomfortable weather, and you make a few turns and you need to have a break. So you go back to the family, you talk, they laugh.
Section, so where are we heading?
We're going home now. Kids are arriving in an hour, so we have to prepare food, get our podcast ready. So yeah. We're at home, getting ready. And usually I hang it and leave it until I'm at the next session. Sometimes a couple of days, sometimes a week or more. I started to do content because I actually, it sounds bad, I wanted some discount. I always gave my foils and my gear to the kids to use when I was at regattas with my kids. And they were always using it, which is awesome. I really encourage them to use it, but yeah, things get broken. And I asked Gong at that time if they would support me. They said, yeah, we can support like a couple of % of discount if you create content. And I just deleted Instagram and Facebook a couple of months before, and I thought, all right, let's do it. And I started to make videos about my journey in pump foiling because I thought, well, that's what I do at the moment. And I started to enjoy it. So I'm doing content, I'm doing YouTube videos. I usually do dock start, like dock reviews, because I want people to know where to go foiling and what the rules are, like local rules, where good spots are, where not good spots are. So like the dock reviews is like my main thing I really like to do. And then if I go at the event, like the boat for example.
Yeah, how was the boat?
Boat was so exceptional. One of the highlights. I have many highlights from this year. I pumped for a year, not more. And the boat was one of the main highlights really.
So we're getting the podcast ready.
Yes, getting it ready. So you're gonna get a carbon one, right?
The black one, yeah.
Good. So I'm gonna put that here. Episode 28 of our podcast Up on Foil, where we talk all about foiling. And today, again, at least in the first part, on balance board. While Itai, you're not really present online, at least not with your as a person. And maybe you can just introduce yourself in a couple of sentences.
Yeah, sure.
Who are you?
It's the first time I'm in front of the camera. I'm usually just behind it. I'm the creator of Vortels. Who know it? I don't know if it's that big, but people.
Fun.
Cool.
How was
cool.
it for you?
For me, it was great. It's always fun to talk to people who know more about something. For today, it was really the filming part, the color grading. I don't do that with my videos. Maybe I should. Maybe I will, but I don't understand it yet. So I have to get into that.
Yeah. So what? Let's talk about what are your plans for.
My plans? That's a good question. Well, I want to get better in downwinding, like the paddle. Maybe a flat water paddle up would be super nice, but I got like a bunch of foils from Indiana and I want to compare them because often people ask me, well, what kind of foil should I use? And now, as I'm using different foils, I can really help them to pick the right one. And like today, we have like 3 different stabs. And I just went real quick. Usually it takes a little longer to see how they feel and to be a better foiler. Actually, I still need to improve so much, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Learning process is awesome.